Did you know that the average person spends 5 years of their life waiting in line? Or that over 2.5 billion people worldwide feel they're not using their time wisely? It's shocking, but here's the truth. Time is slipping through our fingers, and most of us don't even realize it. What if you could change that? What if in just 90 days, you could stop wasting time, break free from distractions, and start living the life you've always wanted? The good news is, you can. In the next few chapters, you'll discover simple but powerful strategies to reclaim your time, boost your productivity, and transform your life. By the end of this journey, you'll have a clear action plan to turn these 90 days into the most productive, life-changing months you've ever had. No more waiting. It's time to take control and lead yourself toward success. Ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Power of 90 Days. Your new leadership playbook. When it comes to transforming your life, 90 days might sound like a short time, but it's the perfect window for real, lasting change. In the world of leadership, a 90-day sprint is often recommended for building new habits, refining skills, and seeing noticeable progress. Studies show that it takes about 66 days on average for a habit to form, so 90 days is more than enough to turn your life around. To maximize this period, think of it like a strategic leadership playbook. Great leaders don't waste time with random actions. They follow a plan. Your first task is to create a clear blueprint for your transformation. Break it down into achievable goals, but don't go too broad. Focus on a few key areas like health, career, and relationships. You don't need to do everything at once. In fact, spreading yourself too thin can lead to burnout. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, multitasking can lower your productivity by up to 40%. Instead, prioritize. Start with just one goal, one skill, and commit fully to it for 90 days. A good leadership strategy involves consistency. Try focusing on just 1% improvement every day. That may not sound like much, but over 90 days, it adds up to a huge change. Author James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, calls this the compound effect. Small improvements build on each other to create lasting success. Another strategy is time blocking. High-performing leaders like Elon Musk and Bill Gates use time blocking to manage their day. Block out specific hours for tasks and resist the temptation to switch between them. This minimizes distractions and helps you stay laser-focused. As you plan, make sure to measure your progress. Don't just guess how you're doing. Use tools like a journal or apps to track your daily actions. By the end of 90 days, you'll have clear data on what works and what doesn't. This feedback loop will help you course correct quickly and stay on track. Finally, remember that transformation isn't always linear. Some days will be hard, but the key is to keep pushing forward. Leadership isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. So, embrace the process, trust the playbook, and let the 90-day framework guide your way. Chapter 2. Breaking free from the time trap. Mastering your daytime is our most valuable resource, yet it's often wasted without us realizing it. According to a survey by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American spends over 4 hours a day on leisure activities, like watching TV and scrolling through social media. What if you could reclaim even just 1 hour a day and redirect it towards your goals? Mastering your time starts with recognizing where it goes. Leaders know that time is precious and must be protected. Start by tracking your daily activities for a week. You'll be surprised at how much time is lost to unproductive habits. Once you have a clearer picture, you can begin to make changes. One of the easiest ways to free up time is by eliminating distractions. Research shows that it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain focus after being distracted. Leaders avoid this by setting boundaries. Put your phone on airplane mode during focused work hours, or try the Pomodoro technique, a time management method where you work for 25 minutes and then take a short break. Another key to time mastery is saying no. Successful leaders are experts at saying no to things that don't align with their goals. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Start being selective with your time and make sure you're prioritizing what truly matters. Time blocking is also crucial. By designating specific time slots for particular tasks, you prevent the dreaded time creep, where meetings and tasks spill over and eat into your day. Make sure to schedule regular breaks too. A study by the Drogium Group found that taking short breaks throughout the day actually boosts productivity and focus. And don't forget about rest. A key element of time management is knowing when to recharge. Leaders like Tim Cook and Oprah Winfrey swear by their sleep routines, understanding that quality rest is just as important as quality work. In fact, sleep deprivation can lower your decision-making abilities by up to 40%. Mastering your day means making intentional choices about where you invest your time. Instead of letting the day control you, take control of the day. Plan it, guard it, and, most importantly, protect it from the time traps that hold others back. Chapter 3. From Chaos to Clarity. Crafting your 90-day leadership vision. One of the most important aspects of leadership is having clarity on where you're going. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get lost in the chaos of everyday tasks. In fact, studies show that leaders who set clear goals are 90% more likely to succeed than those who don't. That's why crafting a 90-day leadership vision is critical. Start by asking yourself, what do I want to achieve in the next 90 days? Be specific. The more detailed your vision, the clearer your path becomes. If your goal is to grow your career, focus on what specific steps you need to take, like mastering a new skill or completing a big project. If you want to improve relationships, set measurable goals like weekly check-ins or conflict resolution strategies. Now, make sure your vision is aligned with your values. According to Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, great leaders begin with their why. They know what drives them, and their actions are aligned with those core values. Don't just create a vision based on what others want for you. Make sure it reflects your true purpose. Once you have a clear vision, break it down into manageable steps. Instead of overwhelming yourself with long-term goals, focus on 30-day increments. This makes the big picture feel more achievable and less daunting. At the end of each 30 days, review your progress and adjust your approach if needed. Don't forget the power of accountability. Share your vision with someone. Did you know that 60% of employees say they would work harder if they were better led? Leadership isn't just about giving orders, it's about inspiring action and building trust. And yet, studies show that 1 in 3 workers don't trust their bosses. Shocking, right? The truth is, most leaders don't fully tap into their potential. They're missing key habits that could make a massive difference in their impact. In this video, you'll learn the exact strategies top leaders use to inspire their teams, drive results, and lead with unshakable confidence. We'll dive into 6 powerful habits that can transform the way you lead. From crafting a leadership style that's true to you, to empowering your team to reach new heights, these strategies are not only practical, they're essential. Whether you're new to leadership or a seasoned pro, these habits will take your influence to the next level. Ready to lead with confidence? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Bold Blueprint. Crafting your leadership identity as a leader. Your first step is to understand who you truly are. Building confidence starts with a strong sense of self. Leadership is not about mimicking others but about crafting your unique approach. The best leaders know their strengths and weaknesses. They embrace their individuality, knowing it gives them an edge. When you lead authentically, people notice. Research shows that leaders who are self-aware are 4.5 times more likely to be successful. So, how can you develop self-awareness? Start by reflecting on past experiences. Ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? Embrace feedback from your team. They're a mirror to your leadership style. Confidence comes when you know you're acting in line with your values. When your leadership matches your personal beliefs, it creates a magnetic effect. Take a moment each day to pause and evaluate your decisions. Are they aligned with your goals? If not, tweak them. This small habit can lead to dramatic improvements. It's also essential to embrace imperfection. According to Brené Brown, Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Perfect leadership is a myth. Real leadership is about showing up, learning, and evolving. Be open to mistakes, and your team will respect you more for it. Chapter 2. The courage to listen. Leading with emotional intelligence. Leadership is not just about making decisions, it's about listening. One of the most powerful habits of effective leaders is emotional intelligence, EQ. EQ isn't just a buzzword, it's a proven strategy for success. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are 70% more likely to outperform their peers. Listening with empathy is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. When you genuinely listen, you build trust. Trust fosters loyalty. And loyalty drives results. As Daniel Goleman, a leading expert in emotional intelligence, puts it, leaders who are in touch with their own emotions and the emotions of others are better equipped to handle challenges. Don't just hear words. Listen for feelings and underlying messages. A simple pause before responding shows that you value what others are saying. This builds respect and understanding. One powerful tool to improve listening is practicing active listening. This means repeating back what you've heard to ensure clarity. It's a small gesture that can create huge positive ripples. But listening isn't just about others. It's about you, too. Regular self-reflection allows you to understand your emotional triggers. When you know what upsets you, you can remain calm in stressful situations. This self-awareness helps you lead with confidence. Leaders with high EQ also understand the power of nonverbal communication. Body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions can say more than words. Keep this in mind when interacting with your team. Your posture and expressions can either build or destroy trust. Chapter 3. Decisive action. Making bold moves when the stakes are high. The mark of a confident leader is decisiveness. Effective leaders make decisions quickly, even when the outcome is uncertain. The fear of making the wrong decision often paralyzes people. But research shows that successful leaders make decisions 10 times faster than their peers, and they take 40% fewer steps to make a decision. In high-stakes situations, hesitation can be your enemy. Leaders need to have a clear process for making quick yet thoughtful decisions. One approach is to focus on the next best step rather than the perfect solution. In other words, don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Also, avoid overthinking. Research from the University of Warwick reveals that overthinking leads to decreased productivity and stifles creativity. Instead of ruminating, take action. Even small actions keep the momentum going and help you adjust as you move forward. But how do you balance speed with quality? First, trust your instincts. Intuition is a powerful tool, especially when you've honed it through experience. Second, consult your team. Get diverse perspectives, but avoid too many opinions that lead to indecision. Effective leaders know when to delegate and when to step in. Lastly, embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Failure doesn't mean defeat, it's just a stepping stone to success. Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset allows leaders to remain calm and keep moving forward, no matter the setback. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're finding these tips useful. We've got more leadership strategies coming your way, so you won't want to miss the next chapters. Chapter 4. Empowerment over control. Creating a high-performance culture. Great leaders understand that the key to success isn't controlling every aspect of their team's work. It's empowering others to take ownership and grow. Leaders who trust their team members to make decisions see a 20% boost in productivity. When people feel trusted, they feel valued, and that makes all the difference. One strategy for empowering others is delegation. Delegating isn't about giving away your work, it's about giving others the chance to take responsibility. It's essential to match tasks with people's strengths. For example, if someone on your team is a natural problem solver, let them take the lead on tackling complex issues. This not only boosts their confidence but also grows their skills. According to Gallup, Employees who are given regular opportunities to use their strengths are 6 times more likely to be engaged at work. Engagement leads to better outcomes, higher morale, and a positive work culture. This means leaders should focus on identifying and cultivating the strengths of their team, rather than micromanaging them. Empowerment also means fostering autonomy. A culture of autonomy can boost creativity and innovation. Google, for instance, introduced the 20% time policy, allowing employees to spend 20% of their workweek on projects they are passionate about. This has led to some of their most successful innovations. It's also important to provide the right support. Empowerment doesn't mean leaving employees to sink or swim on their own. Leaders need to offer resources, guidance, and feedback. The key is balancing independence with support, so your team members feel capable but also know they can turn to you when needed. Chapter 5. Resilience under fire. Leading through setbacks and challenges. Even the most successful leaders face setbacks. But the best leaders don't let failure define them. They see challenges as opportunities to grow. In fact, research shows that resilient leaders are 2.5 times more likely to be seen as successful by their peers. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back after a failure, it's about how you handle adversity in the moment. One strategy for building resilience is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay calm, focused, and clear-headed during tough situations. This allows you to make better decisions, even under pressure. Another key to resilience is embracing a growth mindset. Leaders with a growth mindset see failure as part of the learning process, not as a roadblock. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, says, "Becoming is better than being." This mindset shifts the focus from outcomes to continuous improvement, helping you stay motivated and positive, even when things don't go as planned. When setbacks occur, it's important to show vulnerability as a leader. Leaders who acknowledge their mistakes and openly discuss challenges with their teams create an environment of trust. This encourages others to be open about their struggles as well, leading to collective problem solving. It's also critical to maintain a sense of perspective. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that leaders who maintain a positive outlook during challenging times inspire their teams to do the same. A simple technique is to remind yourself of past successes. Reflecting on how you overcame previous challenges can give you the strength to move forward. Finally, ensure that you and your team learn from each setback. Make it a habit to conduct after-action reviews, asking what went well, what didn't, and what can be improved. This creates a culture of constant learning, which keeps everyone on the path to success. If you're enjoying these insights, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable tip. Chapter 6. Visionary Impact. Inspiring action with a compelling vision. Great leaders know that vision is more than just a goal, it's a powerful force that inspires others. A compelling vision can spark passion, drive action, and bring people together. Leaders who communicate a clear and inspiring vision are 12 times more likely to lead successful organizations. The first step in creating a vision is clarity. Your vision must be simple and focused. As Steve Jobs once said, "People with passion can change the world for the better." Your vision should resonate deeply with your team, and it should be something that excites them. If your vision doesn't spark enthusiasm, it's time to refine it. Next, make sure your vision is future-focused. A compelling vision is one that looks ahead, pushing boundaries and encouraging growth. It's not about the here and now, it's about what's possible in the future. According to Jim Collins, author of Good to Great, a visionary leader sets a clear direction, but they leave the way to the team to figure out. One effective strategy is storytelling. People remember stories far better than they remember facts. When you share your vision through stories, especially personal ones, it becomes relatable and memorable. For instance, Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech wasn't just a list of goals, it was a call to action, delivered in a way that connected deeply with his audience. To make your vision actionable, break it down into manageable steps. This helps your team see how their efforts contribute to the bigger picture. It also keeps motivation high. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that clear and specific goals increase performance by 25%. It's also essential to regularly communicate your vision. Visionary leaders don't just set the direction once and move on. They constantly remind their team of the bigger picture. This repetition helps embed the vision in the company's culture and keeps everyone aligned. Lastly, inspire with passion. People follow leaders who are passionate about their vision. Passion is contagious, and when you lead with excitement and energy, your team will follow suit. A compelling vision, combined with your genuine enthusiasm, can ignite a fire within your team that propels everyone toward success. Thanks for sticking with us until the end. Make sure to subscribe so you can continue to lead with confidence and grow your leadership skills. You trust, whether it's a mentor, coach, or close friend. According to a study by the American Society of Training and Development, you are 65% more likely to achieve your goals if you commit to someone. Adding a layer of accountability increases your chances of success significantly. Lastly, stay flexible. While a clear vision is important, leadership requires the ability to adapt. As the saying goes, no plan survives contact with the enemy. There will be obstacles, but instead of getting discouraged, see them as opportunities to grow. A true leader finds ways to adjust, innovate, and keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. By the end of your 90-day period, your clarity will be sharper, and your leadership will have transformed. With a vision in place, you'll have the direction you need to turn chaos into focus and take powerful steps towards success. Make sure to subscribe for more leadership tips and strategies to keep moving forward. Chapter 4. The Bold Leader's Secret. Taking massive, consistent action. The key to success isn't just about having a vision or setting goals. It's about taking bold, consistent action. Leaders understand that the gap between where they are and where they want to be is closed by their actions. It's not enough to dream or plan. You need to do the work every single day. As Tony Robbins says, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. Many people struggle with taking consistent action because they're afraid of failure. But here's a fact: failure is a necessary step towards success. In fact, 75% of the world's most successful entrepreneurs had failed at least once before achieving greatness. If you're not failing, you're probably not taking enough risks. The difference between an ordinary person and a great leader is their ability to stay persistent, even when things get tough. A study by the University of Scranton shows that only 8% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions, and it's not because they don't have great intentions. It's because they give up too soon. Leaders push through the difficult days and keep going, even when motivation wanes. Start by setting a goal that excites you but also challenges you. Don't aim for small, safe goals. Go for something that requires you to stretch and grow. For example, if your goal is to launch a new product, don't just think about the end result. Focus on the daily tasks that will get you there, like researching, developing prototypes, or reaching out to customers. Another essential strategy is to break your big goals into small, actionable steps. Leaders like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, recommend focusing on one thing at a time. By tackling smaller tasks, you'll avoid feeling overwhelmed and keep up the momentum. Each small win leads to bigger victories. Don't be afraid to adjust along the way. According to The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, successful leaders embrace a pivot when necessary. This means being willing to change your approach if something isn't working, rather than stubbornly sticking to a plan that doesn't get results. Consistency is key. Whether it's spending just 30 minutes a day on your goal or dedicating 1 hour to focused work, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Even if you don't feel like it, show up. The consistent actions you take will create a compound effect. Over time, these small actions will lead to remarkable results. Remember, leadership isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, day in and day out, with the determination to move forward. So, take massive, consistent action, and don't be afraid to embrace both the progress and the failures along the way. Chapter 5. Mindset Makeover. Rewiring your leadership DNA. Your mindset shapes everything about your leadership journey. As the famous psychologist Carol Dweck says in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, the view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life. A fixed mindset, believing that your abilities are static, can limit your growth. A growth mindset, on the other hand, opens up endless possibilities for improvement. If you want to lead effectively, it's crucial to rewire your mindset to embrace challenges. Leaders don't shy away from difficulty, they see it as an opportunity to grow. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that leaders with a growth mindset are more likely to succeed and inspire their teams to perform at a higher level. Start by becoming aware of your inner dialogue. What do you say to yourself when faced with obstacles? Do you say, "I can't do this," or do you reframe the challenge with, "How can I learn from this?" Successful leaders are aware of their self-talk and practice changing their thoughts to support growth. One practical way to shift your mindset is through affirmations. Studies have shown that repeating positive affirmations can reprogram your brain to focus on solutions, not problems. For example, instead of saying, "I can't handle this," try saying, "I am capable of overcoming challenges and growing stronger." Another powerful tool is visualization. Elite athletes, like Michael Phelps, use visualization to prepare for success. By vividly imagining yourself succeeding, you strengthen the neural pathways that support the behaviors needed to achieve your goals. It's like mentally rehearsing for success. Don't forget about the power of failure. Many people avoid failure, but leaders embrace it as part of the process. According to The Power of Failure by Fran Tarkenton, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Each failure teaches you something new, and that learning is invaluable for growth. To rewire your leadership DNA, start practicing gratitude. Research shows that a regular gratitude practice can improve your mindset, increase happiness, and make you a more effective leader. Take a moment each day to write down what you're grateful for, and notice how it shifts your perspective. Ultimately, developing a growth mindset requires patience and practice. But the payoff is immense. A mindset makeover will not only help you achieve your goals in 90 days but will transform you into a leader capable of continuous growth and resilience. Chapter 6 to 90 days later. Celebrating small wins and preparing for the next chapter. By the end of 90 days, you'll have made incredible progress. But the journey doesn't end there. True leaders don't stop after they reach their first set of goals. They celebrate their wins, reflect on their progress, and prepare for the next stage of growth. In fact, celebrating small wins is a critical leadership strategy. Research shows that celebrating achievements, no matter how small, boosts motivation and reinforces positive behavior. In his book The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg explains how rewards, like celebrating your progress, help to solidify new habits. These small celebrations can range from treating yourself to something special or simply taking a moment to acknowledge your hard work. Take time to review your 90-day journey. What worked? What didn't? Reflecting on your progress helps you identify key lessons learned and areas where you can improve. Leaders use this reflection time to adjust their strategy for the next 90 days. Don't be afraid to pivot if necessary. As the famous entrepreneur Reid Hoffman says, if you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. The same applies to your 90-day journey. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Iterate, refine, and grow. It's also important to prepare for the next chapter. Leadership is a continuous journey, and 90 days is just the beginning. Set new goals for the next quarter, but this time, build on the foundation you've already created. You're now a different leader than you were 3 months ago, so take advantage of your growth. Accountability is key as you move forward. Share your new goals with someone who can hold you accountable. This keeps you motivated and ensures you stay on track. A recent study showed that people are 33% more likely to achieve their goals when they share them with someone else. By this point, you'll have developed the habits and mindset necessary for long-term success. But remember, leadership isn't a destination, it's a journey. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing yourself to new heights. Celebrate your progress, but never stop evolving as a leader. Don't forget to subscribe for more leadership tips and strategies to keep growing and achieving your goals.